Welcome back, everyone. I am Zadie, and this is Kerbal Space Program. And today, people, we are going to land on Minimus. I've been told I've been saying Minimus, which apparently I have been, but it's actually Minimus. There's no other M, so I'm going to try and pronounce it better this time. So today, we're going to land on Minimus. Yay! We are just redesigning our rocket just a tad bit. We're going to need a few things actually. We're going to put our science dump bucket in there. We did unlock it in the tech tree. Let's go ahead and just throw that bad boy in there. It'll be fine. It's clipping. It'll be fine. That way I can just go ahead and just suck all the science into that, without having to worry about getting out and resetting all the experiments. Well, I mean, still have to get out and reset the experiments, but without having to worry about, getting out and resetting, and grabbing all the science out of the experiments and everything, I could just click on that and it'll be perfectly fine to grab all the science out. Right now we're building some landing struts. I don't really have anything. I don't have the long landing legs yet. I just got these little dinky ones, and they're gonna be fine for the gravity on Minimus Minimus is nowhere near heavy, so the small landing legs are gonna be fine. One of the other things that I'm missing at this point is the fuel hoses to automatically feed fuel into the center engine. That also is an issue. So I'm gonna have to right now set tanks up on the side, and I'm gonna have to move fuel manually over to the center engine, so that way we can have enough fuel to get on the ground and get back to and from Minimus. So that is our design for right now. We also need to add a few more things. Nope, that was it. We're just going with this, and as you guys know, I do love a good rocket launch, and here we go. You can see I reoriented the engines on these, the solid rocket boosters. They go below the main engine now, so that they're it's not in Kerbal Space Program that well, I mean, I guess it can damage it from the heat, but this is how, real rockets are kind of set up, to where that stuff is further down, so it doesn't damage anything, and that's kind of the design I was going for on that. But, yeah. Anyways. So we've all seen me launch a rocket. I just wanted you guys to see this one. I kept those on there a little bit longer to add stability. Instead of ejecting them right off. This thing is a little top heavy, and balance was a little bit of an issue to begin with, but as you can see in this, it's pretty good. I was worried about the balance, and it just turned out okay in this instance. And one of the things, and one of the main reasons I'm showing you this launch right now is because I'm having to manually feed fuel into other systems. And so what I did in this instance is I'm going to feed fuel from the upper portion to the bottom portion to give us more burn on our lower stage, our first stage, or our main rocket that is getting us up into orbit. So what I'm doing here is just basically pinning open the fuel, and I'm going to suck fuel from these guys and throw them into that. And that'll hopefully doing two sides will keep it balanced. Although you can see one of them I just filled back up accidentally. So I'm gonna get ready to empty that one right now. There we go. And that's a good little fuel thing, just pulling from it. As a matter of fact, I think it's gonna fill up before that thing gets empty. And it does just by a little bit, but that is okay. So yeah, basically I'm just giving myself more fuel in the initial stage to try and get us further up. It's all experiment at this point. That's going to need to quickly detach that one. There we go. It's going to quickly destabilize us if I don't, but I was able to do it quickly. But yeah, so we're just going on up and getting into orbit, and this is a little bit heavy for this lifter. We don't have access to the bigger stuff yet, and we don't have access to fuel cables, so we can't do the onion just yet. But we or asparagus, however you want to say it. Some people say onion. Well, okay, so people say onion when it's like you get rid of the outside, then the next layer, the next layer, the next layer. Asparagus is more you drop one as you go, so it'll go around in a circle. So you'll start with 6 engines, and then 4 engines, and then 2 engines, and then that's asparagus. But yeah, so here we are. We're in space. And this is just our standard burning maneuver towards Minmus. Nothing fancy here. Just your average old burn thing. Oh, and this is... I don't know which mod this is. I don't think it's Tac Fuel Balancer. This is something else, but I'm trying to... oh, God almighty. But I moved fuel from those two into the main system to get us going to Minmus. And you should see us starting to peak up here in just a second. Oops, went too far. That's the sun. There we go. Yeah, so now we should start burning towards Minmus. And we should have more than enough fuel to get to it. I am a little worried about getting back. Not gonna lie. But this capsule does have enough food, water, and waste recovery and all that stuff to where if something does happen, we can send a rescue mission, no problem. Just the first time we're trying to land on, a body that's not Kerbin. So it's a little tricky. It's a little trial and error, if you will. A little trial and error. So one of the things I did see in the comments beforehand was that instead of doing landers, I should do a rover and have all the science on a rover and go around to the different biomes that way. That's a really good idea, and I'm probably going to end up doing that. Just not yet. Right now we're still focused on landing. I could send a rover to the moon. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But I don't even know what rover parts I have right now, so I've got to look into that. But that was a good suggestion, and I do intend to do that. Here we are. We're just getting our encounter with Minmus closer. That way we don't have to. Well, I say we don't have to burn as much fuel. We're still going to end up burning a lot of fuel putting this thing in orbit and putting it on the ground on Minmus. And I'm trying my best, guys, here to say Minmus, not Minimus. I hope you guys appreciate my vernacular. That's right, people. Rednecks know big words, too. So, yeah, we're just getting our periaps here real close, as close as we feel comfortable with. We're not going to directly land on it. We are going to go into orbit, and then we are going to land from there. As a matter of fact, I'll do the orbit and land all at one go. And as soon as I get close enough, probably about 20,000, usually what I shoot for on these. Yeah, 24,000, that's good. Not good enough for this guy, though. We're going closer. Good lord. That's landing. That's not going to work. Yeah, let's go ahead and just backtrack that bad boy just for a second. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be going in for a close orbit for Minmus before we go into land. That is for damn sure. The sounds of science coming in that we've already gotten. I've got to figure out a way to turn that off to where, holy shit, we're getting close to the ground. We're coming in hot. We're getting ready to start our burn to attempt to land. But what I was saying is I need to turn the sound off on stuff that is You can see we've already done a material-based study. We've got the bulk of it. There's just a hair left. I need to figure out a way to turn that off, because that is very annoying. So you can see here we are in orbit over Minmus, and we're slowly going to work our way down. Keen-eyed viewers will be watching that gas gauge. Just going to go ahead and tell you that right now. I know I am. And things aren't looking very well for this bad boy getting back into space. That's for damn sure. But we are definitely going to land. There's not a lot of fuel. I mean, just not... I definitely did things incorrectly, and I'm going to have to redesign that on the next one. But I do feel confident that this Kerbal will be just fine on the surface while we wait for a rescue mission. That's probably a good what you call it, reason why you should have Kerbal construction timer, so that you can't do what I'm about to do, which is put this person on Minmus and then go back later and rescue them. I'm gonna speed things up while we come down over Minmus, and god damn words. Yeah, so we're just coming in. Our fuel is very, 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 very low. Matter of fact, we're out of fuel. Or no, we're almost out of fuel. We got just a hair left. Trying to use that to slow us down to where we don't crash. And yeah, things aren't looking good. At this rate of a slow burn, I've got like a little over a minute left. And we are coming in pretty hot at 68 meters per second. It's slowing down, but it's not going to be enough to stop us completely. So this is going to be a rough landing. Luckily, these the metal struts that I did put on there, they can take a pretty decent beating. And the again, since the gravity on Minmus is so low, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Slowing down by bouncing around on the surface, which we're getting ready to do. We're coming in. This is normal speed, and boom. Well, the worst is over. We lost the landing leg. That's not bad. That was a pretty big impact. It slowed us down significantly. You can see we're doing 25 meters per second right now. And that landing leg actually took the brunt of the abuse. We didn't lose anything else except for that that landing leg and those metal struts, man. They're pretty tough to be able to take a hit like that. So we're going to speed things up a little bit here as we fall slowly back down. We're going to bounce a few times. There's one bounce. We'll try to do a fancy little flip. I want to try and keep that same landing leg down, so that way it takes the full, and we don't lose another landing leg. That's 2 bounces. Slower and slower. 3 bounces. 4 bounces. Lost a solar panel. Not too bad. And voila. There we go. We're able to land safely without dying. So all the sciences are to be had. Unfortunately, we won't be able to bring them back until the next episode. That's for damn sure. This one's gone on pretty long to begin with. Well, I guess normal length. But yeah, so we're going to get all this science. We're not going to send any of it back just yet. We're not going to lose any by teleporting it. We're just going to suck it all into our science thing, our science bucket. See? It just sucks it all in there. And we'll get out and get an EVA report and all that good stuff as well. Commemorate this moment with our scientists. Go ahead and get EVA right there. We'll store it. Did I just get a surface sample from up there? I did. I didn't have to get on the ground. That's what I call efficiency? I don't know. Anyways, we're going to suck all that stuff into the repository as well. And store that for later recovery. I think that's about all the science. Maybe there's a few more things that we can get. We can beam back the like thermometer stuff, so that'll actually help us get a few things. As you know, basically what we need is the fuel cables to do an asparagus staging. So hopefully the little bit of science that we are sending back would be able to do that. I do see we have a seismic scan. Oh, nope, there it goes. It just went. Oh, I must have been teleporting it. I must have been transmitting it. So yeah, that's how you don't land on Minmus, right there. It's successful. The Kerbin is alive and can be recovered and has enough food and water and stuff to last them there for quite some time. We can even take our scientists and move them around to different biomes to pick up other sciences as well. Whether or not we'll do that, I doubt it. I seriously doubt we'll do that. Resetting the science experiments for no reason. That's what I call efficiency. So yeah, that's going to be it. We're going to go back here. We're going to get some science. We're going to unlock some stuff. Like I said, one of the biggest things we're going to be getting here are going to be the fuel cables, which I don't know where they're at. There they are. There they are. Yeah, we need that. That's important. That's going to give us the ability to do asparagus staging. It's going to save us time and energy, some fuel and other stuff like that. But yeah, so next episode, guys, we're going on a rescue mission. Should be exciting and should be a little bit better. We're going to redesign our rocket to make sure we got enough fuel to get up into orbit and stuff. We're also going to redesign our lander to make sure it has fuel. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, appreciate a like, favorite, subscription, thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, all those wonderful things. You guys are awesome. I love you all. We'll see you next week for more KSP.